truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Hello. Would you state?
Shalamai.
Can you spell your last name, please?
Watchharamai.
And were you employed in June of 2023 June of 2024 working for Uber?
Yes, ma'am.
Specifically on June 23rd of 2024, did you accept a ride for a departure from the Tampa area?
Yes.
And was that from 3703 Gazebo Pond Lane?
Yes. It's apartment.
Do you, when you receive the notification that there is a ride that you are able to accept, have the opportunity to see where it's to and where it's from?
Yes.
For this particular trip, where was it going to?
It was going to Jacksonville.
And how long of a drive was that?
It was about 3 hours.
Did you see that information before you accepted that drive?
Yes.
And is your payment, when you have a ride that's booked through Uber, does Uber take a portion of that?
Yes.
Did you ultimately respond to that Gazebo Pond Lane location?
Yes.
And did you meet with someone you asked to verify that they were the person booking the Uber?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, at this time, the state seeks to admit State's Exhibit 62A through H. Any objection?
I gotta see that. No objection, please.
Okay, admitted. I'm going to show you 62A and B. Could you take a look at these photographs?
Okay.
And then ultimately 62C. Okay?
Yep.
Is this the location that you responded to pick up that Uber from Tampa to Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm showing you, if you can look over your shoulder there to see 62C. Can you see that all right?
Yes.
And is the address on the left the location from which you picked up the occupants to travel to Jacksonville?
Yes.
If I zoom this photo out just slightly, can you tell me what it is that's what it is that's on this side of the parking lot here? Is that additional parking?
Yes.
Is that what's depicted here in 62B? The side of that same location.
Yeah.
Now, when you went to go pick up the occupants, did you know from the booking how many people would be coming with you?
No, but no more than 6.
No more than 6? Is that a rule that you put on the app for how many people you can book or fit in your vehicle?
The car fits 6 people.
And do you remember the kind of vehicle you were driving at that time in 2024?
It was a SUV.
And did you have an opportunity to actually arrive at that location and meet with the people you were going to drive?
Yes, I was there.
At any point, did you assist them with loading the bags into that vehicle?
Yes.
How many total people were inside of the vehicle that you took back to Jacksonville?
3 people.
And at some point, when you actually departed from the original location, did you stop?
Yes.
Where did you stop?
At the gas station.
And did the occupants of the vehicle get out?
Yes, they went inside to McDonald's.
Did you stay with your vehicle and put gas in it?
I went inside to the bathroom.
Okay. At some point, do you all?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you depart and finish the rest of the drive to Jacksonville?
Yes.
Now, before you even left, is there an option or the ability for you to ask your riders whether they want to continue on with the trip using Uber or whether they want to pay in cash?
Yes.
Is that something that you would do?
I would do that.
If the rider paid in cash, would you charge them less than what they were going to pay through the Uber app?
Of course.
Did Uber take a portion of your payment ultimately?
Yes.
Did you offer that cash ride to the occupants you took back to Jacksonville on the state?
Yes, I try.
And did they accept your offer to pay in cash?
No, just keep it on the app.
Just keep it on the app? Were they unable to pay in cash? Or were they unable to cancel the reservation?
That I don't know.
When you rode back to Jacksonville with them, did anything unusual happen on the drive back?
Objection, cause and narrative.
Just, I'm gonna be a little more specific in your question.
Did you have any problems with any of the people in your car on the drive back to Jacksonville?
Objection, narrative, date.
Overruled, go ahead.
Were there any issues with the people inside of your car on the way back to Jacksonville with you?
No, they were chilling.
They were doing what?
They were just relaxing.
Did you talk to the people that were in the car?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled unless there's,
Did you talk to them, your occupants?
Yes, we have a little chat here and there.
A little chat. And at some point during the ride back, were you playing the occupants' music?
We were chatting, and then he mentioned about his music, so
Objection, hearsay.
sustained unless there's a hearsay exception.
No need, Your Honor. At some point, do you communicate with the people that are in the back seat?
yes,
And are you, on the ride back, communicating with or engaging with the person in the front seat?
yes.
What was the person in the front seat doing once you all started actually driving from Tampa to Jacksonville?
The front,
Yes.
just normal conversation, and then he just goes to sleep.
And did the people in the back seat also go to sleep?
No,
Did they stay
They were
up
up.
for the drive?
yes.
And what were they doing back there, if you know?
Relaxing.
Could you see them on their cell phones, their devices?
Yeah, they were on the phone.
And at any point, did the male that was in the back seat make any comments to you about the manner that you were driving?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained unless there's a hearsay exception.
It's not, it is not based in the truth of the matter that's asserted here in court today, but just based on what his interaction was with that driver, Your Honor.
I'm gonna sustain the objection.
When you were driving back to Jacksonville, did you have any issues with your speed?
They will mention something about me speeding, so I slow down.
Objection, hearsay, misconstruction.
Okay. Pardon me?
Co-conspirator statements, Your Honor.
I'm gonna overrule the objection just as to that response.
When you were driving back to Jacksonville, was there a period of time where you had to slow down?
Twice.
Okay. And when you ultimately arrived back at the location that you were going to, did you assist the riders in unloading the vehicle?
Yes,
Did you have an opportunity to recall where each of the occupants of your vehicle was seated?
yes,
Did you ultimately have an opportunity to speak with law enforcement? A detective or an officer?
yes,
And did that communication consist of telephone calls and text messages?
yes,
For that law enforcement officer, were you ultimately able to identify the locations of where each of the riders were seated in that vehicle?
yes.
I'm going to ask that you take a look at States Exhibits 92A through D. Do you recognize these four images?
Can I touch?
Yes, you can
Oh.
touch them.
Yes,
And is that your signature and date in your handwriting depicted on these images?
yes,
Are these the images that law enforcement brought to you for purposes of identifying the passengers?
yes,
As it relates to the person that was seated in the driver's seat of your vehicle, was that person a darker skinned black male or a lighter skinned black male?
darker skin.
And the individual in the back seat of that vehicle, was he a light skinned black male?
Yes,
And was there a single female occupant also in the back seat?
yes,
Was that female seated directly behind you?
yes,
I'm showing you it's been pre-marked as States Exhibit 70A through K. Do you recognize this exchange? You can touch them as well.
yes,
Have you,
yes,
Are these the messages or the exchange that you had with the detective?
Yes.
Did you provide to the detective in the course of this exchange the actual screenshot of the booking that you received from Uber for this trip?
Yes.
Did you identify by sharing the address and actual photographs of the map, the locations in which you stopped with the vehicle and the occupants to get McDonald's and gas?
Yes.
Did you also identify in those text messages images of the occupants of that vehicle?
Yes.
And were all of those messages included in the conversation you subsequently had with that detective when you identified the photographs that we've also depicted, or that we've also shown to you?
Yes.
I'm actually going to show you State's Exhibit 92A one more time. Can you actually take a look at that and tell me if you can identify yourself in that photograph?
Right there.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, the state seeks to admit State's Exhibit 92A.
Any objection? Okay, what's the objection?
Foundation, authenticity.
Okay, so lay the predicate for the photo.
Sure. Sir, is this an image of you, the one that you've identified yourself in, on the date that you drove the occupants of your vehicle back to Jacksonville?
That's me and my car.
And is this the only time you visited this residence with these occupants?
Yes.
Are the persons depicted in this image the occupants that you drove back to Jacksonville?
Yes.
At this time, the state seeks to admit State's 92A.
All right,
State still has not laid the proper foundation for that photograph.
as to, and how have they not?
I haven't authenticated it. Just we can go inside one.
Yep. Be admitted.
Sir, if you'll look again over your shoulder at State's 92A, I understand that you pointed and made some statements while I was up there with you, but please stand up and show the jury what you were identifying as you and your vehicle.
Right now?
Yes.
That's me. That's my car. That's the bag.
Were you helping to assist them in unloading the bags?
Yes.
And immediately after unloading them from the vehicle, did you depart from this location?
Of course, yes.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, cross-examination.
I need that.
When you helped to unload this vehicle, did you see what was inside of the bags?
The bag? No.
Yes. You couldn't see what was inside the bags.
No.
You didn't know what was inside the bags.
No.
Did you know if there were any firearms inside the bags?
No.
Did you know if there was any ammunition inside of these bags?
No.
All right. Did anyone tell you that there was any firearms inside the bags?
No.
All right. Were you able to see through the bags?
No.
Did you get any indication from the bags or the luggage or anything that there were any guns or weapons inside of the luggage?
No.
When you were driving up from Tampa to Jacksonville, you live in Tampa?
Not anymore.
You lived in Tampa back then when this drive happened. You did?
Yes.
All right. And so when you drove up from Tampa to Jacksonville, with these individuals in the car, did any of them give you any indication that a murder had occurred?
No.
All right. No further questions.
Okay, redirect.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. May this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go. Do you have any other quick witnesses you need to get? Okay, go ahead.
Deputy Corey Scheidegg.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, you may proceed.
Please state your full name for the record.
My name is Corey Scheidegg.
How are you employed?
I'm currently employed with the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with the Polk County Sheriff's Office?
I've been with the Polk County Sheriff's Office for a total of 9 years.
Can I ask you about June 26th of 2024? Were you working on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there an alert for a black Chevy Impala that came in from the Tampa Police Department?
Yes, ma'am, there was.
Were you provided with the tag number 68DLWD and the full VIN number of the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Did they, part of that alert, were you requested to go to a certain area in Polk County?
Yes, ma'am.
What area would that be in?
It was a subdivision in Auburndale. I was notified by my supervisor to go to a specific area and conduct surveillance and attempt to locate this black Impala.
And this location in Auburndale, would that be within Polk County Sheriff's Office jurisdiction?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
And did you have a local address in Auburndale for you to go and look for this particular vehicle?
We did. The address was, I don't know the exact numerical, but I do know it was on Opal. I believe it's Road in Auburndale, Florida.
Okay. And at that point, let me ask you, what time did you go to that area?
I don't recall the exact time. I know it was somewhere in the middle of the day.
Okay. But it was on June 26th of 2024, is that correct?
I believe so, yes, ma'am.
And does 475 Opal Avenue, does that sound like the address that you responded to?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do when you got to that, I'm going to say that street, Opal Ave? Did you make any observations?
Well, we set up in the area to conduct surveillance, and, maybe we catch the car coming or going. We just so happened to catch the car backing out of 475 Opal Avenue, at which point I was able to confirm the tag on that vehicle and conduct a traffic stop.
When you conducted that traffic stop, who was driving the vehicle at that time?
It was a woman we identified by Miss Allen. I did not conduct an interview with her. We contacted the Tampa Police Department, who was on their way to the area, and they responded and basically assumed the investigation from there.
You stood by the vehicle and waited for the Tampa Police Department, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Approximately how long were you by the vehicle until Tampa Police Department showed up?
From what I can recall, 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. And you said it was Miss Allen, is that Miss Lorna Allen, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the entire role that you did to assist the Tampa Police Department in this investigation?
I was notified there would also be a search warrant conducted on the vehicle. I contacted, in Polk County, we contact a contract tow company. It's a tow company that we have that will, at the request of us, tow these vehicles to specific locations. I contacted that tow truck to tow the vehicle back to our warehouse where we have all of our equipment, and it's a controlled environment where we can do these things without worrying about outside dangers.
Your Honor, at this time, we'd pass the witness.
Okay, Cross?
No cross.
Okay, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it for you?
Judge, if we could call just one more witness, I think she'll be quick.
Okay,
Judge, the state calls Lorna Allen.
okay.
testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please, ma'am.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please state your full name for the record.
Lorna. Auburn.
Is that at 475 Opal Avenue? How long have you lived at that address?
I owned that house since 2006, and I moved in permanently in 2021.
And I'm going to ask you specifically about June 26th of 2024. Were you staying at that address at that time?
Yes.
How do you know Sean Gathright?
He's my grandson.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 36B. Could you look to that screen behind you? Who's in that photograph?
That looks like Sean.
Your grandson that you just referred to?
Yeah.
And on June 26th of 2004, were there some detectives from the Tampa Police Department that came and met with you?
Yes, I think they were from Tampa. Yes.
And they asked you some questions and reviewed a video that was inside your house?
Yes.
Were they asking you I'm not going to strike that. Prior to that, had you seen your grandson, Sean Gathright, on June 23rd of 2024?
That was the Sunday before the police came, the 23rd, yes.
And prior to Sean Gathright, your grandson coming to see you, did he call you?
Yes, he did.
Do you remember approximately what time he called you on that day, June 23rd of 2024?
It was in the afternoon. I know it was after 12. It was over in the afternoon. The exact time, I don't remember.
That's okay. Do you remember what time he arrived at your home after that phone call around noon?
No, I don't remember the time.
All right. Was it still light out?
Yes.
What vehicle was he driving on that day, on June 23rd of
It was a
2026?
black car.
Is that a car that you had seen before?
No, that was a recent car he got. The one I knew wasn't working, so they got rid of that one.
Did you have a vehicle at your home?
Yes.
What type of vehicle was that?
It was a SUV that belonged to his mother.
Was that gold or tan in color?
It was more tan.
Tan. And at some point while he was visiting you on June 23rd of 2024, did he change vehicles? Did he leave the black car in your driveway or leave it at your house and switch to the tan SUV in the car, or I'm sorry, in your garage?
Yes, after I gave him permission to do it.
Did you see him unload that black car and take some bags and put it into the tan SUV?
Yes.
Do you remember how many bags that he removed from the car and put into the SUV?
Either 2 or 3, I don't remember. But I know I was there talking to him while he was moving the bags.
Okay. Did you ever look inside those bags?
Yes.
Okay. What did you see inside the bags?
One of the bags had a camera, because we were talking about the camera, his photography that he was doing. And when he came outside, he said to me, "This is the camera." And when I looked at it, it was one of those professional camera, big one that professional photographer use. There was a light source, and there was something that I call it looking like an umbrella that you use to deflect the lights when they're doing the pictures.
Okay. And why did you look into his own personal bags?
I didn't take it from him because we were talking in the house, because when I asked him about school, about the photography, and about his power washing business, then we talk about that, and he said, when he passed me to put it in the SUV, he said, "Oh, this is the camera." And I looked at it and I said, "Oh, nice."
Okay. Were you out in the garage the entire time when he was at that black car in the driveway?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see your grandson wiping down the entire car with a cloth?
No.
Okay. So you obviously weren't out in the garage?
No, I was there. What happened when he had loaded the car, the SUV, and I said to him, "Did you take everything out?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Make sure, don't leave anything that you need, and make sure the car is clean." He looked at me and he smiled.
Okay.
So he went back into the car, and I said to him, and he looked in the front area and he looked in the back, and I said to him, "Do you have your charger?" He said yes. And I did that purposely because they always buy fast food, eat it in the car, leave the wrapping and the container, and with the juice, and they're always leaving things back in my house. So I said, make sure you take everything that you need and make sure the car is clean. So he looked at me and he smiled. And I said to him, "You have everything? You have the charger?" And he did, and he said yes. So that was what happened. Then he said to me, "Do you want me to put the car in the garage?" I said, "No, you put the car in. I will move the SUV." And I did not want to move the car.
Okay. So did he do that for you?
Yes, he did that for me, and I moved the SUV.
Okay. And so at some point, all of the stuff that he had in that Impala, that black Impala, he moved into the SUV. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I had asked him if he took everything out that he needed, and he said yes.
Had you ever said anything different to law enforcement with regards to whether or not you actually looked into the bags?
No, no, I don't remember. I don't remember that. I don't remember.
Okay. You don't ever remember saying that the bags looked heavy?
No, I did not say that.
Okay.
No.
All right. And of course, you love your grandson, Sean Gathright. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Do you know whether or not your grandson, Mr. Gathright, whether or not he ever owned any firearms or used any firearms?
Did not, never.
He never owned or?
Never owned, never used.
Okay. I have nothing further, Judge.
Okay, Frost?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. Do you know who Alicia Andrews is?
No,
She's not one of Sean's friends, right?
I don't know her, never seen that name before, never see her before.
All right. She's never been to your house before?
No, not that I know of.
And when Sean came to the house, you were standing in the garage?
No,
Talking
no, not when he came. When he came to the house, he came to the front door and he rang the bell. When I opened the door, he opened his arms and said, "Grandma," and he hugged me and I hugged him.
Okay. When Sean came to the house, did he tell you why he was switching cars?
He told me that the car that he had, he couldn't put the power washing equipment. It was difficult to get it in the car, in and out of the car. And then he asked me if he could, we were in that conversation, not just come up and ask me that. We were in conversation, and when I asked him about the power washing business, because I know he started that business a year before, and I asked him, how is it doing? And he said to me, it's doing okay. And then he said, we continued to talk because we were eating and talking at the counter. And then he said, Grandma, can I borrow the SUV so I can put the equipment in there because it's difficult to get it in and out of the car. And then he said to me, it's totally up to you, Grandma. And I said, it's okay.
Okay. All right. So he said he needed the truck the
It's
tan
truck,
vehicle
The SUV, yes.
to put power washing equipment in it.
Equipment in, because he had a job to do the coming up. There
All
was a job he had to do.
All right. And could you actually see what was inside of his bags?
I saw he showed me, we talk about the photographer equipment.
Sorry.
So when I was standing right at the back of the SUV was open. I was standing close to the back, and he took the bag up, and then he said, "This is a camera." And I looked in the bag because it was open. So I looked in it, and I saw the camera. And as I said, it was a professional camera, not the little small one that we all use. It was a big professional camera.
Okay. All right. That was that bag, though, right?
That was that bag.
All right. But you didn't see any firearms,
No.
any
No.
any ammunition, anything
No,
like that?
No.
All right. And then the police came to your home.
That was the Wednesday after. I think that was the 26th, I think.
Okay.
The Sunday he came to the house, and the police came the Wednesday after. I think it was the 26th,
Okay.
something.
When the police came to your home, they wanted to view your surveillance footage?
They wanted to view it, yes.
All right. And you allowed them to view the surveillance footage?
I allowed them to view it, but then I realized that they downloaded the footage, and I did not give permission to download. I gave them permission to view because it was just a normal visit, and there was nothing on there. You know.
Okay. So you're saying the police took the footage from your house without your consent?
Without my consent, yes.
All right. And I see that you have on a mask. Are you wearing that mask to conceal your identity today?
No, I can take it off.
That's fine. No further questions.
Okay?
Just brief redirect, Judge.
Yep.
Ms. Allen, regarding when law enforcement detectives from the Tampa Police Department were viewing that video footage, you asked them to leave, right?
Yes, I did.
And that was after they were viewing that video footage, is that
After they
correct?
started to take footage from it.
You also got a phone call from your daughter, Damalie Lyle, during that time period, didn't you?
No, I called her.
You called her.
I was trying to reach her because I didn't know what was going on.
And specifically after that phone call, you asked those Tampa Police Department officers to leave, those detectives to leave after you received your
No.
daughter's phone call.
No, that was not the reason.
Okay.
I told
But I'm
them that-
asking you about the sequence.
Yes.
You
I-
called your daughter while they were viewing that video footage, is that correct?
I called her. I did not get her. I called a friend in New York, and I said to her, there are some cops here. I do not know what is going on. Please pray for me, because she's a Christian. I said, I don't know what is going on. Just pray for me.
But regardless, after that call that you made, you asked those detectives to leave, is that true, ma'am?
Yes, I did ask them to leave. And
All right.
my reason is
Go ahead.
they asked me if they could view the footage, and I said yes.
And did you watch over their shoulders?
No, I did not.
Hold on. So go ahead, were you done answering?
No, George.
Okay,
Pardon me?
I apologize.
No, I did not finish answering.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Where was I?
You were saying that what was the reason, I believe,
Okay,
for asking them
yes.
to leave?
While they pulled me over, I was scared, I was shocked, I didn't know what was going on. I could not use my phone because I said I could not use my phone. The phone was in the car. When eventually they allowed me to use the phone, there's a friend that lives in the neighborhood that I called, and I said I needed some support because I'm just out of it. I didn't know what was going on. So he came over. After he came over, and they asked me if they could view the footage, I said yes.
Okay.
So we went into the house. I was sitting at the table, at the breakfast table, while they were over in the den viewing. I was not paying attention to them. I was talking because I wanted to calm myself down, so I was talking to the friend. But then it dawned on me that they were there a long time ago, for a long time, and I realized that short time could not take them so long. So I turned around and I said, no, there's more going on. I need to speak to a lawyer because I don't know what is going on.
Okay.
And then he backed off.
All right, thank
That
you, I
was it.
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Nothing further.
Okay, may this witness be excused?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You're free to go.
Thank you so much.
All right, is that it for today?
It is.
Okay. Okay, very good. All right, we worked a little later tonight, but just so we could get some witnesses, relatively quick witnesses on and off. So tomorrow, it's Friday tomorrow, correct? Yes, okay. So we will break no later than noon, all right? So you have my word. We will break no later than noon. So you all need to be here at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Just remember my previous admonition, my many previous admonitions. Don't talk to anybody about this case. Don't read, watch, listen to any news or social media accounts related to the case. Don't do any independent investigation about this case. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. All right, thank you.
All rise. Jury is out there.
Okay, thank you.
So this is an issue, when people are testifying, even when the court is calling in witnesses, all the testimony of witnesses and the addresses of the people who are trying to remain anonymous is being broadcasted to the public.
Okay.
Phone numbers as well.
So are you referring to specific people?
Well, I
Or
know
just
Lorna's address was mentioned by the officer, detective, that was broadcasted. I couldn't anticipate it, I didn't know he was about to ask, still gonna ask for the address, but that was broadcasted, so now everyone knows her address. In addition to that, I think a phone number,
I think George, is it Miss Jewel? Miss,
again, the names.
Yes, Judge, that was elicited because obviously it's relevant to the case,
okay.
but I didn't think about it.
Yeah. So, I would just ask both sides to try and anticipate, do we have any other witnesses that are gonna have confidential information or information they wish to keep confidential?
Asking them, Your Honor, whenever we go out and meet with them, I asked the Uber driver, who said, no, that's okay, and I said, why don't we do it in the abundance of caution? And he said, okay, because he's asked us before
Okay.
to keep his,
Well, the main thing is that I think the best way to assure that it's kept confidential is we have to anticipate ahead of time, so I can ask the people that are filming ahead of time not to broadcast. So not just the person's face, but their name. And if there are any other identifying characteristics like phone numbers or addresses, you guys need to anticipate, and you need to tell me so that I can tell them. Okay? Because I don't think,
Maybe we'll look at that tonight and get a list together,
Yeah.
make sure that both sides agree as to who that could potentially come through.
okay, yeah, so same thing with defense, like just, if you guys can, if you anticipate there are witnesses that have that kind of information, you just gotta let me know ahead of time. I don't know, I was told that this is not being live streamed just for that reason, so that way they have the ability to scrub whatever,
There's a very short lag.
okay,
I don't know if it's long enough,
Okay.
okay?
okay,
Just a suggestion of it, Judge, maybe the witnesses that we need to get that information from, we can kind of do that just right at the outset of their testimony, so, maybe the first couple minutes is
Sure.
not streamed at all.
yeah, so if it's something that needs to get into the record, if it's what we wanna keep it confidential, alert me, we'll do it right at the beginning, and then that way, the media knows that they can, resume broadcasting after that. Okay? Okay, all right, so what's the lineup tomorrow?
We have, is it Gwinnett County, I believe it's,
Okay, Taylor Klein. Taylor Klein, are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Taylor Klein,
yes.
Angela Carter, Bahamundi Vega, Amara Drew. There's no. So it's not for tomorrow, Judge, we need to see if anyone jurisdiction is available to come tomorrow to make up any additional time.
Okay,
Send this tonight by 6:15.
okay,
It is 5:45.
okay,
Is that sufficient?
yes. Okay, all right, see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Which I'll give you guys. One has to do with keeping the jury trial panel sheet and jury trial data sheet under seal, and to redact the four persons' name from the verdict form whenever a verdict is rendered. And then I also did an order granting the state's, or a tennis motion that they made today, specifically citing to, let's see here. In Florida Freedom Newspapers, Inc. versus McCrary, 520 Southern 2nd 32, Florida, 1988, the Florida Supreme Court held that there is no constitutional impediment to a court prohibiting prosecutors, defense counsel, witnesses, and other interested parties from making prejudicial pretrial comments which are intended for publication. Citing to State versus Miami Herald Publishing Company versus McIntosh against Supreme Court, Florida, 1976. Limits on lawyers, litigants, and court personnel made at the court's discretion to assure fair trial are permissible, so long as limits on comments of others are restricted to areas where clear and present danger of miscarriage of justice exists. So during the pendency of this trial, neither the litigants, lawyers, or court personnel may make any further statements regarding this case that are intended for publication via any medium. All right, so here's a copy of those for the defense. And then here's a copy for the state. All right, thank you. Okay, very good.
Court adjourned.